Celebs who live next door to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex in Montecito are appalled by the couple's appalling treatment of Harry's family, and royal expert Duncan Larcombe believes it's impossible to imagine a more unfortunate time for Omid Scobie's book Endgame to appear, as it seemed Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were bent on forging a relationship with the royal family. It is likely that Harry and Meghan, knowing the content of Omid Scobie's book, and assuming what kind of reaction would follow on Endgame, hedged in advance and informed the media and the public through insiders that they had spoken to King Charles III on his 75th birthday, and this conversation will not be the last. They have agreed to talk in more detail, and also announced that they would not mind accepting the King's invitation to Christmas at Sandringham this year. What's more, stories have been floating around the tabloids for months that Harry and Meghan intend to plead with King Charles III to allow them to return to the UK and resume their positions as senior working royals. Characteristically, some tabloids assured that Charles III is not only ready to meet their demands, even the time was named, Harry and Meghan will resume their royal jobs in December this year. In short, Harry and Meghan and their PR team before the release of Endgame did everything to create the impression they are ready to reconcile and restore relations with the king and the royal family. Although it is not a fact that they had such intentions, it was more like a smokescreen and an attempt to make it clear, we have nothing to do with Endgame. Look, we're ready to bury the hatchet. But back to Duncan Larcombe, who believes that Endgame robbed the Sussexes of any chance of reconciliation with the royal family. It's brought them back to square one, he told OK magazine. Now there's pressure on Harry to speak out publicly and distance himself from the book, and I think that's going to be very tempting for him because it seems like he's been trying to soften his tone towards the royal family. There have been some indications that he may be trying to end the feud on his part. So the timing of the book release couldn't be worse for Harry. I think this is his worst nightmare. Omid Scobie has insisted throughout the Endgame promo campaign that Harry and Meghan did not supply him with information for the book. Duncan Larcombe doesn't think it's salvageable. Suspicions will always haunt Meghan. The Duchess has previously denied any involvement with Scobie's book Harry and Meghan, Finding Freedom, which came out in 2020. But later, when it was proved in London's High Court that she had passed information through her royal communications assistant to prepare Finding Freedom for publication to its authors, Omid Scobie and Caroline Durand, Meghan was forced to admit to collaborating with them and apologize for forgetting and for misleading the court because of it. Duncan Larcombe said on the matter, "It doesn't matter what Meghan says as, frankly, I don't think she will be believed. In my opinion, people will always conclude that she played some indirect role in the information that Scobie revealed in Endgame. There will also be suspicion at the palace that this book has Meghan's fingerprints on it. Endgame has some surprising claims." He went on to add that it will be hard for the couple to trust people after Scobie admitted that he hasn't spoken to the Sussexes about the book, explaining that they have enough people in their entourage who know Harry and Meghan's background and he got all the information he needed for Endgame from people close to them. Harry has always had trouble trusting people, Mr. Larcombe said. Since they moved to California, they have kept a very tight circle of friends. Larcombe noted that Meghan, too, is clearly wary of those around her, given her experiences with her father Thomas Markle and sister Samantha. Meghan is always very vigilant. I'm not sure you can achieve the level of fame that she has without thinking, who am I talking to? What am I talking about? And what might happen as a result? The aftermath of the book may have thwarted any hopes Prince Harry may have harbored of returning to the firm in the future, but as Duncan Larcombe pointed out, there's no need to despair. Never say never. Camilla went from being one of the most hated women in Britain to becoming our queen. If she was able to accomplish that, I don't think you could ever say Harry doesn't have a chance. But this book made that less likely. And it seems that at this point, there is no hope at all. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have yet to publicly comment on Omid Scobie's book and its revelations, but the negative impact of Endgame is obvious. For example, Hugh Grosvenor, Duke of Westminster, has excluded Harry and Meghan from the guest list at his wedding, which must have been a crushing blow for the Duke of Sussex, as they have been friends with Hugh for many years and he even became Prince Archie's godfather. No peace Harry and Meghan, and in Montecito, their neighbors reacted negatively to Endgame, because, like all intelligent people, understand that without the participation of the Sussexes did not do without. Perhaps ordinary Americans see everything royal as a soap opera. For Harry and Meghan, who live surrounded by celebrities in Montecito, Endgame could mean the demise of their popularity with their neighbors, said Kinsey Schofield, an American royal expert. Speaking to GB News, Kinsey Schofield said, "So the Sussexes don't get off the front pages, they own all the headlines. However, it seems Harry and Meghan's star is rolling in Montecito. Montecito bookstores are refusing, I wouldn't even say refusing, there's just no interest in Endgame. In addition, the Sussexes' Montecito neighbors are appalled at the way the couple treats their family. My buddy Kieran Southern of the Times told me about this, both that Montecito bookstores aren't ordering Endgame for sale because Montecito residents aren't interested in buying and reading the book, and that the Sussex neighbors are appalled at how disrespectful Harry and Meghan are to their elders and how cruel they are to their family members. So, many neighbors say they don't care for the Sussexes, they don't respect them and are horrified at how they treat their family, the royal family. Leave a comment and like the video, please.